The Protea Magistrate's Court in Soweto is today expected to deliver judgment in the bail application of 3 police officers accused of murdering 16-year-old Nathaniel Julies. Simon Delvane, Kayleen Whiteboy and Foster Inshongolo face charges of murder, possession of prohibited ammunition, as well as defeating the ends of justice. Julies was gunned down near his home in El Dorado Park, west of Johannesburg, last month. Last week, the court heard Julies was fond of police officers and police vehicles. The court heard how Whiteboy did not know the gun was loaded with live ammunition when she fired the fatal shot. The state has described the alleged actions of both Njelvane and Whiteboy on the day of the murder as a need to quench their thirst for blood. For more on the story, let's cross now live to our reporter at the Protea Magistrate's Court, who's covering this story at Maageketla. He's on the scene there. Maageketla, a very, very good morning to you, and let's talk about what is expected to happen this morning in the court.
A very good morning to you, Leanne. As you have mentioned there in the intro, we are expecting that highly anticipated judgment here at the Protea Magistrate Court, and you did rightfully so sum it up correctly to say that, I mean, from what the prosecutor summed it up last week during the closing arguments, he said that it clearly shows that the 3 police officers, mainly those 2 police officers, that is in Njelvane as well as Whiteboy, were out on a shooting spree. He actually described it as Wild West tendencies, and saying that I mean, they really were out for more blood after we understand that they had been firing rubber bullets to a crowd in the nearby Freedom Park on that day, the 26th of August, just hours before Nathaniel Julies was shot dead on that day. But again, from those closing arguments, Leanne, we had also more questions, grilling questions from Magistrate David Mhango, asking the defense, more especially defense representing accused number 3, that is Foster Inshongolo, saying that if he was off sick on that day, if he was off duty, why did he not allow on-duty police officers to actually go and process the scene? Well, according to his defense, is that he was only trying to assist on that day, but it didn't look like the court bought into that particular statement. Accused number 2, that is Whiteboy, as you mentioned, Leanne, she did admit to pulling the trigger, but saying that she was not aware that the gun was loaded with live ammunition. First of all, we know that this is the gun that was booked out of El Dorado Park Police Station by Njelvane. According to his statement, or the statement that we had from the defense, that is the same gun that was used when that crowd was actually dispersed earlier on that day with rubber bullets. But from what we understand, all 3 police officers pleaded not guilty to all the charges that you've mentioned: premeditated murder, defeating the ends of justice, and of course discharging of firearm in the public space. We know that the other charge, specifically facing the 3rd accused, that is Inshongolo, is accessory to murder, because according to the state, he actually attempted to cover up, and of course trying to also plant those bullets at the scene to make it as if there was some sort of crossfire between police as well as some gangs in that area. But we already know that the state said these 3 police officers are known to the witnesses. Yeah. Therefore, they should not be released on this bail, because then releasing them on bail might as well jeopardize this particular case.
Certainly, and we can see already, we can see some of the movement behind you, and I'd like to get an idea of what the turnout is like, and also this has caused a lot of interest from all walks of life in South Africa, but particularly, of course, the community in Eldorado Park. Talk to us about what it is like there, what it's like on the ground. Are you seeing crowds gathering? How are they feeling with what's going on in court right now?
Yeah, of course. I mean, as you can see, the gates have just opened here at the Protea Magistrate's Court. We've seen some of the members of the community going through. By this time, you'd actually also see the family coming through. We haven't seen them as yet, but I can tell you that since day one, they have been coming through to actually follow the proceedings. And also, I think it's quite good to mention that what the state actually has indicated is that this is the community that is still angry at what happened on that day, Leanne, mentioning to the court that should they be released on bail, the community has already indicated that Eldorado Park might actually go up in smoke again. We might see protests again, because that is the call that's been made throughout the proceedings by the community members, to say that they do not want to see the 3 police officers being released on bail. And again, the state indicating that investigation is ongoing. As a result, they really do not believe that the 3 police officers deserve to be released on bail at this stage.
All right, bail application judgment today is going to be handed down. Maageketla Mohlabe, our SABC News reporter, covering that story out and about in Eldorado Park. So we'll keep you updated on that story throughout the day. Well,